Hello there, leonlagrey here. I'm back with another video I haven't done in a long time. So this is not a normal recording I'll ever do on YouTube, which I have not been active on YouTube for months and months. But let me just put it this way. With this channel, I figured I would continue making content and video, but at this point, I kind of gave up on it because I'm mostly going to be doing videos that I'm just going to be promoting out there, or doing it as a blog, pretty much a blog series. Figured I could just do it, or upload interviews I had with other guests on my channel. At this point, this is a not very active channel, and here's my way. I'm going to just say this, but ooh, the days of YouTube is going to be far gone, and I'm sure there's going to be billions of people still using the platform, and many people are still going to use it. So let me just go ahead and bring up the topic what I'm going to be talking about and get right to it. I know a few days ago I've heard about the news on a channel which he's actually pretty well known, and he talks about religion, politics, and tech censorship. And so what am I talking about right here? So, and just to get to the point and scratch the surface of what the topic of the video is going to be about. So from the news I've heard from Sticks Hex and Hammer, I know he's talked about the YouTube new TOS that's going to be on December 10th, and this is where I first heard about it. Now, I've read the terms of service, so that way I could figure this out myself and find out what's going on, what is this about. I've read the TOS, and let me just put it this way. It's just not going to be good for the rest of the YouTube community, which is, in fact, let me just read it word by word so you guys know what the new TOS is going to be all about. And so that way you guys know. And so it says account suspension and termination. So when I read it myself on the guidelines for that, which is going to be hitting on next month, which states right here: termination by you. You may stop using the service at any time. Follow these instructions to delete the service from your Google account, which involves closing your YouTube channel and removing your data. You also have the option to download a copy of your data first. So yeah, that's where pretty much most social medias give you the option anyway. Okay, so this is not the worst part of it too. So let me just continue on this one, which what Six Hex and Hammer was talking about, and I've read it. I was like, wow. And it says YouTube may suspend or terminate your Google account or your Google account's access to all of the parts of the service if A, you materially or repeatedly breach this contract. D, we are required to do so by complied with a legal requirement on a court order. Or C, we believe there has been conduct that creates or could create liability or harm to any user, other third party, YouTube, or our affiliates. So very interesting, but yeah, man, I'd say this though, and this is where the third part kind of loses me right there. Reading the third part of the TOS states: YouTube may terminate your account, your access to your Google account's access to all of the part of the service if YouTube believes in its sole discretion that provision of the service to you is no longer commercially viable. So I couldn't believe this at first when I heard about the news, and even when I read it myself, that was like, which I don't know what the hell commercially viable means. It doesn't sound right for when a company that started for small creators and small channels, and when it means, when reading right here, it says if the service to you is no longer commercially viable. That's where it becomes a problem right here. First of all, YouTube definitely wants to put its users up for the Hollywood elites right here, and with all the news and the new changes that YouTube is going to be doing, I know that they want us to start pushing YouTube Premium and all these shows for Hollywood. And I know what the person that wants to get involved with it, which he has a blog account, what was it, like Will Smith or some artists, yeah, it's Will Smith and Arnold Schwarzenegger wants to be part of the YouTube community, which I think, for me, honest opinion, they should have done it a long time ago if they knew they would have had a chance with YouTube. But my god, I mean, for me, this is kind of the reason I escaped television around 2008, because this is not something I want to be interested in. And now YouTube as a community is shooting itself down the foot. And my god, this is a really, really horrible thing to even kill your user base. And that's something I really don't agree with the account suspension termination part of it, of the account, which to me, this was a platform that was birthed by the for the creators, and the way it's looking like now, it's just not the same anymore, and a lot of things have definitely changed throughout the years. Around my discovery of YouTube around 2007, and I have to say though, thank God I stayed away from television around 2008, because I just found that there was just so much garbage on TV back then. I was just like, well, that's just stupid. I'm not gonna be watching any more cable crap on TV, and just get the hell out of it too. In fact, that was kind of the reason that why so many people switched online, and even I've actually ended up personally found YouTube through MySpace, and that's when I was in high school back then too. And holy crap, and it's been a long time. But goodness gracious, it's gonna take a lot of effort with so many people. And if you guys or gals are gonna plan on starting a YouTube channel yourself, by all means, the best of luck. And I know there's gonna be YouTubers that say, "Oh, it's possible to create to monetize your channel," which for me, I'm like, no, it's not. It's it is. Well, unless if you're commercially viable, which it's very vague. That's where I find really odd, because seeing as though a lot of us YouTubers are just small YouTubers, we're not commercial, and YouTube didn't start it commercial in the first place too, and it started out with people doing stupid shit on YouTube, and things that people upload on stupid shit like vlogging and vlogging videos, short films that I've actually watched many years ago on this platform. And now with the way they're going at it, it's really gonna hit many people. And that's where I see that this is not something not gonna be using the platform as often, because at this point I advise everyone that's watching this, either go ahead, back up your videos on BitChute or Steemit, because I know this is going to be a good time to get your videos out there. And I would put it this way: YouTube, it's definitely gonna bury its user space. And I'm sure that not everybody knows about the term TOS, and I know not a lot of people are going to read through it too, which is fine. Nobody's going to do that or take the time to read it. But this is something I'm definitely wanted to talk about. Something I just had in mind because that's something that came up, and I really want to talk about it on video instead of audio, which normally I really don't have a show ready for my Anchor FM channel, which I know I've definitely explained about YouTube in the past on my Anchor FM channel, and that's where I see where YouTube is it's really gonna steep down too, and I hope that there's gonna be more YouTube competitors out there as well, competing with each other, and to me I like that. I like the sign of competition on YouTube, which that's something I love to see out there on the webosphere somewhere. And I know I mentioned BitChute and Steemit, which I'll end up using much more often, and hopefully you guys are watching this can go up and post your videos on Steemit and BitChute. Hey, they're growing, and what I can see is that YouTube is not for free speech, and I've been even especially sitting down listening to other creators that they've had a hard time uploading their videos, which, man, don't I agree with too. And even I myself, there was a point in time like I wanted to get a show running with a friend of mine, and let's put it this way, it didn't work out with the setting up the show that I wanted to do many years ago, and that didn't work out, which I wanted to restart my show, get the show monetized, but fortunately this is really hard to get yourself monetized. And also, if you want to reach your monetization, you really have to reach up your cap of over $100. So for any new person starting up on YouTube, best of luck to you. But I know that I will still definitely keep the channel, which for talk and for announcements, things like that, for something small. Which honestly, this is going to be hitting a lot of people, and after this new TOS takes effect in December 10th, and I know there was a channel. Just to mention this too, there was actually a channel that's mentioned about writing a letter to the YouTube headquarters, expressing their feelings on. And let me play this way. Writing a letter to YouTube Corporation isn't going to make a huge dent on what they're going to do. And to me, I will not even write a letter to YouTube, which to me, it's sending a letter to YouTube on physical mail isn't going to mean much to a big company like Google and YouTube at all. They're going to just go receive it and then throw it away. Obviously, they really don't care about the user base anymore, and that's why it's making it hard for many people to continue the way they want to, because they continue to shut down dissenting voices, and taking down channels that they deem hateful. And I definitely don't like where YouTube is going at as a website and the whole company itself, which is hard for me to say that since I was the one that grew up with YouTube for over a decade now. So yeah, it's really tough for me, someone that grew up with YouTube, and seeing the platform going downhill. And besides, this is going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. If you think the apocalypse was just as bad, this is the tip of the iceberg. Forget that. Oh boy. Oh, oh boy. Yeah, but yeah, and of course YouTube, all they want to do is become family friendly, which this is not what YouTube started up on. And I would agree with Hexahammer 666 about this. They did not start it as a family friendly video site. They started as being edgy, doing whatever the hell you want. I would agree. This is not the YouTube I grew up with, and if they're gonna stick with the new terms of service at by next year, and stick what they gotta say, count me out. Fuck that. Oh my god. But then, anyways, with that said, I know I've rambled as much already. I'm not gonna continue. I'm not. But with that further said, gonna go ahead and put this a close. With that first said, leonlagrey signed out. Hope to hear from you soon. And if you want to listen to me, I'm on anchor.fm/leonlagrey. I'll have the links below if you want to listen to me on Anchor, which now mostly I'm doing audio podcasting, which that's most of what I'm focusing on right now instead of YouTube, because YouTube is not worth the time and effort anymore, which I'm going to just not going to continue on further, except probably just for promotional video and whatever that's on my mind, probably blogging at this point. And for me, the monetization isn't really going to be worth it. But hey, if you want to listen to more tech news, even personal vlogs on my podcast, by all means, give my podcast a listen. I'll have the description down below, like I said. All right, peace.